Yes. Who's this? Oh, it's Michelle. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Why are you so upset with me?
You really want to know why me and everyone else is upset with you?
Yeah, I can't understand it. I try to do my best. You're my friend, and then all of a sudden you turn against me. You're like a fair weather friend.
All of a sudden I just turn, right? There's no reason.
You do that all the time. We just can't. We see the.
I do I?
Yeah, I just rub you the wrong way. I don't understand why.
Apparently you've not rubbed just me the wrong way. Apparently you've rubbed many people the wrong way.
I'm really sincerely sad. My eyes are full of tears right now.
Do you know why people don't like you? And why people have an issue with you?
Why?
Would you like to know why?
You tell me why. Maybe I could correct myself. Okay. I'm only here.
Because you're a disgusting, racist piece of shit. And every fucking person who has ever called you a friend, you have turned around and you have talked shit about them when you think they're not around. You lie 24/7 on your fucking cast. Just like telling people that I got you fired. Just like telling people that was your brother that cammed up on Twitch, your twin brother that you don't have. Just like telling people that you have a... Just like telling people you have a pussy when you still have a dick and balls.
I never said I had a pussy. I never said nothing about it.
Yes, you did. You have said, look in chat. I'm not in your room right now, but I'm sure it's going to scroll in chat. How many people have heard Jack Manley say he's got a pussy?
Jack Manley, you see how discriminated?
You sure have said you've had the sex change many times.
No,
you fucking lie non-stop.
I don't know how you heard that, but I never said that.
No, you've said it hundreds of times.
Oh.
I'm not the only one that's heard you say it.
I got feelings, though, Michelle.
I'm not making shit up.
You're hurting my feelings.
I don't give a fuck if I'm hurting your fucking feelings or not.
Well, why you gotta be so mean? I thought you were my friend.
I think that you're breathing good oxygen that good people on this earth could be breathing. I think you're a waste of fucking human skin.
Well, what do you want me to do? Kill myself?
And the only fucking reason I came back to your room the last few times and quote-unquote made up with you was to fucking troll your ass.
Why are you doing that? I thought you were my friend. I'm sincere. I thought you were sincere to me.
I'm as much your friend as you are everybody else's friend.
Well, wait a minute.
Just like the other day on Stream Me, calling Sweet Tears a pussy and trying to...
I never said that. Sweet Tears closed down.
You sure did. Ask her if she didn't hear it.
They pulled the plug on Sweet...
You know, you sit there and fucking lie and you don't take responsibility for your own actions. You're a disgusting, vile human being.
But you're the one who's always against me. You're the one who's always...
No. You're the one that is a racist piece of shit. You know Lawrence doesn't like it when you make fun of Asian people. You know Alvaro doesn't like it when you make fun of Spanish people.
I like Alvaro.
And just because they're mad at you, you do it that much more, just to piss them off.
But listen, Michelle, my whole show is based on humorous talk.
You're not a fucking comedian, Jack Manley.
I try to be.
You are not a fucking comedian.
But what about Yetta? She tries to be a comedian.
You never went to school for comedy. You've never had a gig where you've had to do stand-up comedy.
I'm a natural.
You are not a fucking comedian.
I'm a natural.
You are a racist, vile piece of shit.
Now, wait a minute. Look. I'm a natural like Yetta is. Yetta thinks she's...
No, you're not a natural. If you were natural, you wouldn't be pissing everybody off on this website with your racist humor. And just because you say, this one's the N-word, or that one's a gook, or this one, whatever, just because you say, it's comedy, doesn't make it not fucking racist. There's racial humor, such as Lisa Pinelli,
Michelle.
And then there's fucking nasty racist pigs, such as you, Jim, and Lick Lick on this fucking site.
Well, wait a minute.
And people are getting tired of it.
People are too sensitive nowadays.
No, it's not that it's too sensitive. Why don't you shut your fucking mouth and stop the goddamn racial humor, or what you think is humor?
Oh, boy, you're really zinging me now.
You're a fucking vile pig. You're not a transvestite. You're not a tranny. You're a goddamn cross-dresser. You dress like a woman for 3 hours a day when you sit in front of this camera and pretend to be a woman. You don't live as a woman. Your family doesn't see you as a woman. You don't go by Jackie in your everyday life. So fuck off. You just want to sit here and lie to everybody.
That's your opinion.
And then when you're called out on it, you want to play the victim.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not my opinion. It's a fact.
No, I come here to have fun.
But you don't go out dressed like that. You don't wear that wig. You tell everybody you don't wear a wig. That's a fucking wig.
I got
you tell everybody you have a pussy when you have a dick and balls.
Extensions. No, I don't.
And then you want to try and act like someone's lying when they tell the fucking truth.
Why are you so upset with me? Why can't you just be my friend and just take me for...
Why are you so upset? It's just a joke.
No,
it's comedy. It's a shtick. Why are you so mad?
Just let me live my life. Why do you have to be so concerned? That's what I don't understand that, Michelle.
But it's a shtick. It's just comedy.
Look, do I care about what your life's all about? I don't try to say anything vile against you or anything mean about you. I never did. Did you ever hear me say anything really bad about you?
It's just comedy.
I never said anything bad about you. But yet
it's just a shtick.
You come here and you make fun of...
I'm sorry that little things hurt your feelings. Maybe you shouldn't be a marshmallow and get so offended by everything.
Maybe you should be a true friend.
No, you were never a true friend, and you've never been a true friend to anybody. That's why you lose friends on a consistent basis, so-called friends, all the time. And then you want to tell other people to suck it up when you want to make racist humor. But yet when someone wants to make humor about you, then all of a sudden it's not funny, is it?
I don't know how to... I don't know what to
Me
say.
Talking about you tucking your cock to act like a woman in front of everybody in the cast...
I'm a transgender.
Apparently now all of a sudden is not humor.
This is my life. What can I tell you, Michelle? Look, if you don't want to be my friend, I'm not going to force you.
I don't care if it's your life. It's just humor. Why are you so upset? Isn't that what you tell everybody else? It's just you. I'm a comedian.
This is the internet.
I fire up my cast and I make jokes.
Why do you have to cast against me all the time and try to steal my friends away?
Why do you have to make fun of Lawrence's wife?
You know that you can outdo my show. You know that. You know you get the most likes.
Why do you have to make fun of Lawrence's wife? Why do you have to make fun of Alvaro?
You don't
like it when it's done to you,
Hispanic, and I try to kid him. It's all a joke. He understands.
Well, that's all I'm doing. I'm kidding you. It's just a joke.
Well, you hurt my feelings.
Well, maybe you hurt Lawrence and Alvaro's feelings, and other people on this site who happen to be Asian or Hispanic or any other ethnicity.
I don't know. Maybe I should try and understand and do better. Okay?
Jack's viewers are the dumbest.
I can't change your attitude. I'm not going to...
Why do you change the subject?
Because I can't change your attitude.
What you do is humor. You make vile, disgusting jokes about other races.
You just... there's no way I'm going to change your attitude.
You know the owner of this site is not a white American, don't you? And you sit up here and constantly do racial humor.
No, Mr. Cream,
I'm sure if he heard you, and I flagged the fuck out of your room when Demis got on cam.
Mr. Cream, you don't have many rooms.
Shut down because I think you're disgusting.
Well, no, I wouldn't be fair.
You know Demis isn't supposed to be on Skype, yet you do it anyway because you not only give a fuck less about your friends, you give a fuck less about this site.
Michelle, stop. He was my friend. Demisco's always my friend. He's a stick guy.
No,
he does that for fun.
He can't fucking stand you.
He wants to get attention. He gets attention.
Along with 99% of the other people on the site.
He gets attention. That's what.
But now you know why nobody likes you, except the few vile friends that you have.
Well, we could put it to the test. I bet you 2-1. If I said, if you like me, put in 1. If you don't like me, put in 2. I bet I get all the 1s. I bet I do.
I bet you don't get signed in people.
Look, Michelle.
Signed in people don't put 1.
Look at that.
I bet the signed in people don't put 1.
Look. I got more 1s. That's okay.
I'm not in your round. I bet you signed in people.
You don't have any validity. You don't have any validity. I'm getting 1s.
You got a bunch of trolls typing 1. You don't have a bunch of signed in chatters typing 1.
It doesn't matter. There's still people out there.
You know what? If people actually liked your room, Then why do you only have a few people signed into your room?
Then why am I always number one?
Before I called, you only had like 4 or 5 people signed in.
Why am I always on the top row? 1, 2, or 1, 3?
5 people that signed in.
It doesn't matter. Look at these people, 1 or 2 casters been there for 24/7.
So?
I wouldn't cast if I had 2 people in my room.
Are you that stupid that you don't realize that 75 to 80% of your chat trolls the fuck out of you?
That's my.
They don't give a fuck about you.
That's the reason why I like to cast.
To come in the morning and someone to troll.
Because people have fun.
That's how they do it. 80% of your ops troll you.
It's because they have fun. I let
80%
them
of your
troll.
fucking chat trolls you. They don't give a fuck less about you.
Michelle, I let them troll because it's fun. Everybody has fun doing it. If I was a bore...
Well, how come when I troll you, all of a sudden, I'm such a hateful, mean person?
You know, why I let you troll all the time? You're one of my top... You're the top super op here, and you know it. And I always treated you respect.
I haven't been a fucking thing to you since I met you.
Now, wait a minute, Michelle.
You have treated me like shit.
Think about it.
I'd get in your ass, and maybe you'd be okay for a month, and then you do some old fucked up shit. I'm not going to stand behind a person.
No.
But there's nothing but make fucking racial humor.
You come into my room, you're always
racist, bigoted jokes. People that, I love Bob. When he's telling Sweet Tears to die of cancer,
I have nothing to do with
he's telling her to die of cancer.
I can't stand
and you have nothing but praise for him.
What do you want me to do? I can't stand it. That's between them to fight that out. What am I going to do?
And then you want to sit here and praise Honest Frank. That was like the cherry on top of the icing.
I didn't praise him. It says he's an interesting caster.
You want to praise Honest Frank, a convicted,
there's no proof.
Professed pedophile.
He has no record.
You want to sing his praises.
He has no record, Michelle. He doesn't. But in fact, Fox Sean's there now.
You know nothing about Honest Frank, Jack.
You
never spoke to the man in your motherfucking life. You know nothing about him besides a couple times what you've seen on the internet. Why don't you Google his fucking name? Try and do a little research before shit comes flying out of your mouth. He's a convicted, self-professed pedophile. And even if he wasn't convicted, he's still a self-professed pedophile.
Okay, so I know you're the type that does research and so all that sort of stuff.
These are the type of people that enjoy hanging around.
I look at it, I'd see his talent. He's got special talent, that's all. Right? There's like people's talent.
This is the kind of people that you enjoy hanging around.
No, I look at people. I enjoy if they show a talent that I kind of like, and that's all I do. I don't look at their background.
Jack. You can't sit up here and defend a fucking pedophile and sing his praises.
I don't care about people.
Then try to make excuses for it.
Do I care about your background? I don't care about your life. All I care about is your friendship. All I care about what you do.
You don't care about a man that thinks it's okay to fuck 12 and 13-year-old girls? You should be able to marry an adult. Should be able to marry a 12 or 13-year-old girl.
The girl was 14. He was 17,
really?
And they were both juveniles. Okay, he was 21. She was 18 and legal. Okay, so you can't say he's a pedophile because of that. I don't know what else he does. I don't know what else he does. Whatever he does is...
Frank has said many times that adults should be able to marry 12 and 13-year-old little girls.
Back in the day, in 1800s and 1900s.
I don't give a fuck about 1800. This is not 1800, bitch.
I know, but the thing is, they married at 14, 15. My mother was married at 16 years old.
Maybe your mindset needs to, and your humor need to catch up with the times.
They were allowed to get married at 16 years old in New Jersey, Philadelphia.
So you think a 16-year-old should get married to an adult?
They used to years ago. Back in the 30s, they did. 40s.
So you have pedophilia thoughts too?
No, I have nothing to...
Because you think it's okay for a little girl or a little boy to fuck an adult?
I don't get into that subject.
You're even a more disgusting, vile human being.
It's a touchy subject.
I really ever thought you were.
It's a touchy subject.
Anyone that thinks it's okay for an adult to have a fucking relationship with a child,
subject. It's not a good subject.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. And you know what?
It's a critical subject.
I hope you fucking keel over dead. Because I've got no fucking use for people like you, nor will I have any more association with your fucking nasty ass.
We used to be friends. What's going on with this? Where are you going? Where's he going with that? Boy, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Boy, she is. I leaned into me. I feel like a terrible, terrible person.
You are a terrible
Maybe I
person.
just want to kill myself.
You should.
Is that what I should do? Is that what Michelle wants me to do? Kill myself? I mean, she has this hate towards me. The hate is almost like a love. The hate's so hateful that it's almost like love. It's a love-hate. That's what it is. Nobody hates people like that unless you love them somehow. I should have asked her, Michelle, maybe we should get together.
Most fat chicks are into jazz.
Maybe I should have asked her that. What do you think?